What's
Yes,
up,
sir.
y'all?
We back,
We are
man.
back with episode, what is this?
It's 6.
Episode 6.
So we back, man. I'm off that duck horn today, man. You feel me? Some leftover wine I had.
Drinking regular orange juice. It's been a long,
Yeah, it's been a while. She's about
long
to
2
pop.
weeks.
You see the belly over there? It's looking like she's ready to explode. So
Oh, wow.
I mean, we only got like what, 4?
No, like 6
6
and a
weeks?
half,
Yeah,
7 weeks.
about a month and a half left, and then so we try to.
Just been busy, guys. We had a brunch, baby brunch. We have people in town. I feel like we had other things I can't think of right now, but we just been busy.
We've been real busy.
Sorry, we're a little behind, but we're back. We're ready to get into it today.
So what you want to catch up on, or what do you feel like need to be talked about?
Would be good to talk about what is going on right now in the world.
Government.
We are on day 22 of the government shutdown.
Oh, it's day 22?
Yeah, it started on the 1st of October.
And I don't really think that people seeing like the side effects right now, but I think like in the near future, if the government don't get back up and running.
Well, I think, there is a lot that is going on right now that some people are feeling, because it usually starts with the government workers. So right now they are feeling it, like TSA, airport, police.
But essential workers,
officers.
crazy thing about essential workers is they have to work.
Yeah.
Without pay.
They have to, yeah.
Because if you quit, if you stop working out, you get fired.
Yeah. So,
the main jobs like air traffic controllers, the military, a lot of.
Yeah, but I wonder, once everything starts back up, I wonder, do they get like back pay for it, or I don't know. But anyways, they're the ones that are feeling it the hardest right now. But I think the biggest impact on Americans is going to come probably next month, because they just announced that there will be no
link card.
Yeah, SNAP.
No,
SNAP.
Yeah. Well, back
benefits.
in my hometown, we call them link card. We all about purple card, link card, stuff like that. So
yeah, but they just announced that there will be no SNAP funding.
I mean, I don't know how true that is, because a lot of people still on Facebook talking about, I got my SNAP.
No, I didn't got yet for this month. Not for November. Ain't nobody got theirs for November yet.
But I mean, honestly, it's pros and cons to having a bit.
But it is true, because I've gotten like 3 notifications from news articles just today.
Dang.
Confirming that unless the government reopens before the end of this month, government shutdown actually happened because Democrats and Republicans can't agree on the same thing, and the Democrats actually voted against the funding that Trump was going to release to prevent the shutdown. And the reason they voted against it, because the funding that he was going to push through did not include certain things that Democrats wanted.
Just remind everybody what the simple facts are. 4 simple facts here. The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't, not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so point number 1, Democrat votes are required to open the government. Point number 2, they refuse to do it. They have now voted 12 times to keep the government closed. And they'll have another chance today or tomorrow, maybe multiple times this week, and we'll see what they do. Now, the third point is very important, because they've been trying to confuse the American people. They've tried to say this is a fight about health care or this or that or any other thing, and it's very simple. They put this on paper. They made this their demand in writing in the record of the Senate, and it has not changed. These are just 4 subpoints there under fact number 3, but there's many more. But among the things they're demanding, this is what the Democrats in the Senate are demanding to reopen the government. They want to give $200 billion in health benefits to illegal aliens and non-citizens, paid for by U.S. taxpayers. That is in their proposal. They want billions in wasteful programs to be returned to foreign countries. So we stopped these things. They want to turn it all back on. They're demanding that we do all that to get the government open for hardworking Americans again. They want to give $500 million to left-leaning news organizations, and they want to cut $50 billion from rural hospitals. We will not do those things. And they know that very well. Which leads us to point number 4. The Democrats have now openly admitted, and you all had to cover it last week, that they're using the pain of the American people as their leverage. That was the number 2 ranked Democrat in the House, the Democrat, the minority whip, who said that, acknowledged it in an interview, that this is leverage. And Chuck Schumer himself boasted that every day of the shutdown gets better for us. That's his now infamous quote that he wishes he had not said out loud.
It happened because they couldn't agree. So it's really neither party.
Yeah.
It's really both of them not agreeing. So Democrats said, well, we're not going to approve the funding. We're not going to vote for the funding because you're not giving us what we want to. So that's what happened. It's not really all on Trump. Honestly, it's really both of them. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand.
I mean, I just blame him for everything.
I mean, a lot of people do, but
I honestly
I don't
feel like, and the crazy part is, one of my clients today said, I'm like, man, this dude he been changing a lot of stuff in the last, 2 years. He was like, no, he's only been in office not even a year yet. I said, dang, he feel like this man been running the country for 8 years. That's how much he done put us through.
I mean,
in the last, 8 months?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people could argue both sides. I mean, I didn't vote. I'm neither Democrat or Republican, but I mean,
we didn't have no good choices this year.
We didn't. And let's not act like, honestly, I just feel like neither one of them are good. If you really think about it, government is not for the people anyways. Doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. They don't give a fuck about us. Excuse my language, but
they don't.
What do you think is going to happen though if they cannot come to an agreement, which I honestly don't think they are. But anyways, if they cannot come to an agreement by the end of this month and the no SNAP benefits continue to November, how do you think people are going to react?
Two things can happen in that situation. One is you either going to go broke and your family ain't going to have nothing to eat, or 2 is you're going to get off your ass, go apply for a job. Even the ones that already have a job, now it's your time that you can pick up extra hours, because I know some SNAP benefits don't allow you to work,
But right now it doesn't matter, because if you're not getting them, then...
No, that's what I'm saying. Now's the opportunity for you to pick up extra hours at work, find you a side hustle. It's time to, it's time to,
But if you think
get
about
it.
Okay, let me ask you this after this. But if you think about it, people that have been on SNAP benefits for so long and haven't had the need to get a side hustle or another job, they've been, right, it would be perfect, ideally, yes. But think about it, if somebody's been in that routine for years, decades even, once you get into a routine for so long, you become entitled, not entitled, but you become entitled to that routine.
Yeah.
And so your mind isn't going to be conditioned to, let me get off my butt. Let me go try to find this job. Let me go try to hustle here. Let me go try to do this.
I put it like this.
They're automatically, most people like that, when their mind is conditioned to a certain habit, they're going to start either they're going to lash out in some type of anger. They're going to obviously blame, the government, and they're going to kind of sit in that situation, and anything they do is not going to be rational for the situation.
Or, most men, I ain't going to say most men, because some men and women, they all on SNAP benefits, but men, if you're a grown-ass man and you're dependent on the government to feed you, then you're in a whole nother realm you're in a whole nother stratosphere when it comes to fucked up.
That's a new word.
Seriously. But as a woman, now the price of coochie gonna go back down to 40. Just for real.
Oh my gosh.
Coochie is one of the most popular things on the earth. So if it's a woman, all they gonna do is sell it or do whatever they gotta do to put food on their plate.
Not everybody got $40 for the coochie. It might go to 10.
There's men out here that don't get no ass that will pay $40. Even
we are
$400.
in a recession.
Yes, and it's men at home beating off with ain't had no ass in 2-3 years with big money.
Oh man.
So
Well, okay. So you saying women is gonna go to prostitution,
no, not even
basically.
really prostitution.
That is prostitution. Selling your coochie, that's prostitute. What you mean?
I mean,
Giving
it's
your coochie for a
put it like
transaction
this.
is prostitution.
I feel like prostitution should be giving your shit away for free.
You're not though.
So what is
Prostitutes charge.
okay?
They gotta give their pimp
Would
a
you rather
cut,
be a
but they charge.
prostitute or a charity? This motherfucker a charity event.
I played the fifth, but
I'm just saying. Would you rather sleep with a man for money or get your ass wet and then go home and now your kid's hungry at home, your bills late?
see, why is that the first resort? It's selling
Because
some coochie.
it's not the first resort.
That is. That's what you
No.
just did. The
I'm
options you
saying
just
this
gave.
is 2025. This all started in 2020. COVID hit. People started twerking, OnlyFans, all that type of stuff. You got to get what you want, or get
Y'all,
or
please
in
don't
this
listen
thing.
to his advice.
Get what you
This is
need,
horrible.
or just
This
don't
is
eat.
horrible advice.
Just don't eat then.
So you're saying the only way women is going to be able to survive is selling coochie
If the
next
government,
month?
you got to think.
That's what you're saying.
There's no jobs available no more.
So how you telling the men to get jobs?
Because the men can do hard labor jobs. Men can do
sell coochie.
because that's what women.
Now you just sound real ignorant.
Yeah, you're right. Now is the time for men to get off their back and
and women to go
working.
lay on their back.
No, women don't
That's what
have
you're
to.
saying.
No, we already passed that. So we're starting.
So
a new
what should the
conversation.
women do then? Because
The women should.
because all you done told
No,
them
I'm
is
just
go sell their
saying.
coochie.
You can tell the women what to do, but I can speak for a man. As a man,
Okay.
you should not be
But
somewhere
let's say this.
laying around
Let's say this.
waiting on the government
Let's
to
say
feed
this though. I don't think anybody should because a lot of women don't have men to rely on. But that also doesn't mean because you don't have a man to rely on, your first option should go be to sell coochie. But also, what about? Because it's like yeah, you say hard labor, but what about men who are having it's yes, it's a lot of jobs, but I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people like complaining how like nobody's really hiring right now.
you. So what? As a woman, what would you?
No. As a man too, because if you're telling men to go get a job,
But
another
men
job,
can do more jobs than women. That's exactly what I'm
yes,
saying.
but still,
And men was put here
men
to
can
provide
still
and
have
protect.
equally.
So
Yes, but that's out the window at this point. There's a
how?
lot of because there's a lot of single women that are on food stamps. That if a man's job is to protect, but they don't have a man in the house, it's on the woman. What do you mean?
Yes.
Right. So you got to think about the families and women out there who don't have a man to rely on.
No,
to
I'm
go get
speaking
that
as a
job.
man from a man perspective. Like a man shouldn't be
Right, but
relying on.
nobody should be reliant though. Not just a man.
I mean, I ain't saying it's
Because
people.
not every woman has a man. That's what I'm saying. You're saying men shouldn't rely on the government, but in reality, nobody should because it's not just men relying on the government.
But
it's
some women
too
can be
who
single
don't
moms
have.
though, and most
That's exactly what I'm saying.
yeah, but most EBT is for kids. It's for women with kids. It's not. Men don't even get that much. You might apply and get $90. Like, why is you like women with kids get more. So EBT.
I feel like this is.
What EBT is more
It's
for
not
women.
about who. So what are you saying? Just because the dollar sign?
No,
is
I'm
more,
telling
what's
you.
your point?
I'm telling you. Give examples of what women can do if the link card gets shut down. What's some examples they can do to make extra money?
I mean, learn a trade, not a trade like HVAC and all that. Like something simple as makeup, because a lot of women already do their makeup themselves. Some women might be braiders, hairstyles, things that you can do out of your house. I mean,
But that's
hard.
nothing you can do. Like, if they stop food stamps today, what can they do by tomorrow? How can they have that money by tomorrow? And it ain't picking up a trade because trades take months or maybe even years and then after that it take more years for people to even trust you with that crap. You ain't about to be practicing on people when it's actually people out here that do makeup.
Small towns is different, but
Not when it's professionals in the small town.
it just depends. I mean, professionals might be charging more than what you're going to be charging. It's all about price.
But the
too.
benefits about small towns is the rent. Rent ain't so high, so.
But it's still high because you got to think about it. Rent might be high, but jobs are also not paying that much.
Yeah.
So just because the rent ain't high,
Yeah.
you're not making that much. A lot.
Then out here, rent high, but you make a lot, but rent.
So yeah. Well, I really can't say. I honestly don't really. It's hard. So I mean, my only advice would be is.
I would say community gatherings, like the community.
Food banks.
At that point, community
churches,
have to come together and do like barbecues,
food pantries or something.
Yeah.
Or that would be a good idea. Like everybody, like if y'all live on the same street,
everybody make meals,
just kind of
pitch
in together.
Yep, and have like
everybody do
$5
each.
Back in the day, block parties and everybody.
Yeah, that would actually that's actually a really good idea.
That for families who just set the food out for everybody to eat, and it'd be for families who in need, and then everybody.
Yeah, so this is actually a perfect time to start tapping into your community and your neighborhood, and really a time for all of us to come together to help each other. So if you live on a block, and if y'all could each pitch in $5 for each house, that could feed the whole block.
But I ain't think about, like, that would cut off WIC for mothers with babies. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, now that's
wild.
That's diabolical.
I just thought about that because no Infamil, and that's like $30-something a can.
More than that now. Formula went up, I heard. Juices and fruits too, I think, is on WIC. Like cereals and stuff like that.
They chopped that WIC off. That's the milk.
No, I think they are. All of that is done next month. So yeah, y'all just be praying for, because honestly,
and then the sad part about it is once they cut the SNAP benefits, it's gonna mess up the economy, because people's stores and grocery stores benefit off people with SNAP because they get the money back from the government.
Right.
And that's crazy because now they're gonna be overpricing food, and they're gonna be like everything's gonna be so high.
It's almost like stuff is already higher, but it's gonna get even higher.
They're gonna raise it because they need to make their money.
They need to make their money, and they're losing a lot on that. And
so I just want to pray, just pray for all the mothers who just had babies that might get cut off on WIC. Pray for families that ain't really financially stable. That
and the I feel like the insensitive option would be to say, "Oh, get another job," because I keep seeing people on Facebook.
People got kids now.
I keep seeing people on Facebook say, "Oh, well,
people just get them
y'all finna be like us." People are like, "Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do," and they're like, "Do the same thing we all been doing. Get another job, or get off your ass, or get off this." But people don't understand. A lot of people on
already have a job.
Well, not even just that. A lot of them are disabled. A lot of them can't work.
Yes, but most people that's on Link they have jobs.
Yeah, that too. But I'm saying a lot of people cannot work, cannot go get a job if they wanted to. So it's like it's very disheartening.
And then it might cut off people disabilities too, disability checks.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
But yeah, so it's bigger than just. I feel like the easiest. Like I understand what you're saying for men. Like, oh, we have way more options.
Yeah,
but
you can cut grass. You can be a carpenter. You can do electrician. You can cut hair.
Yeah, you can do those things, but it's still a matter of getting there too. A lot of people
don't sell dope, but
a lot of people have hindering factors of why they can't work either too. Some men may not have reliable transportation. Some men may not have. It's single fathers too. Some men may not have, a baby mother or something in their life, so they have kids. They can't afford childcare, so their kids can't go to daycare. They don't have family to watch their kids. You know what I'm saying? They're not school age yet. So what do they do when they,
I think a lot of people in this situation just got to lower their pride, honestly. Because if your pride in a way, you're not going to want to get those McDonald's jobs, them gas station jobs, that Chick-fil-A job.
Yeah, that you can maybe walk to.
That's the whole point of this. Everybody, ain't nobody hiring. It's people. Trust me, it's people. You don't want to be a janitor. You don't want to work at the gym.
Jobs are hiring. Yes, you just don't want. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I can't see myself working at the laundromat. It's like, well, can you see yourself on the side of the street hungry as hell with your kids? I mean,
Yeah.
laundromat or like, come on now.
So all in all, what we're saying in the food stamp situation is this is a time for one, the community come together. So if you live in a neighborhood, see if you can get with your neighbors and you guys all start pitching in on dinners. That
Yeah,
goes a long way,
yeah, for
especially
real.
like stuff that y'all can have leftovers with. Spaghetti,
garlic bread, and
garlic bread,
salad.
salad,
That's your
tacos,
first meal.
sloppy
That's your
joes.
go-to. Spaghetti, garlic bread, salad. Boom.
So just get with your community. Two is lower your pride and maybe
Apply for
apply
those.
for a
Yeah,
job that maybe you wouldn't apply
exactly. I want to see y'all niggas in Dollar Tree. Next time I go to Dollar Tree, I want to see you niggas.
to. Number three will be, maybe you are not somebody that's on food stamps. Maybe you do okay for yourself and you're not really affected by the food stamp shutdown. This would be a time to start helping out others where you can too. So
It's a
just,
good time to get your blessing.
yeah,
That's all.
because it easily could be you. That's not like I don't want to make fun of anybody in the situation because you never know how hard this really does affect people. Now, my second question to you would be, do you think people of the government who are on it that really don't need it?
I think people. I think people who
Or
get.
they're on it and they're selling it? Things like that.
It depends on what they're selling it for. Some people sell it to pay their rent. Now that's a double. Eh, it's like get kicked out of my house or eat. It's like,
Well, now it's like people are really finna be having to do all to, and
you
that's where it
can't
gets
sell it
sad.
now, honestly.
You can't, or it's like,
Honestly, at this point, I would rather run off on my landlord because you're gonna have to get an eviction notice. You're gonna take me to court. You're gonna do all that. But we're gonna be in here eating,
yeah. I mean, it's sad because a lot of people are gonna be choosing between um,
living and
rent,
eating,
yeah, and that's
and that's
really
kind of like.
inhumane. And honestly, like
But
I
the
said,
best part about eating is you can go days fasting.
yeah, but a lot of people aren't used to that, so
If it
their
ever
bodies
came
is,
down to it, you can go days, and then I would say eat that ninth day, then fast again for 9 days, then eat that,
yeah.
and then
But you
fast
got to think
again.
about it when people's body, especially when they already don't have a healthy diet. I feel like vegans, it's very easy for vegans to fast,
Cause we ain't used to
but
eating anyway.
I mean, we are, but we just don't eat
We eat
heavily
one meal a day.
processed food. I feel like people who are not vegan, a lot of their meals and foods that they consume on a day is very heavily processed. So when you don't eat, your body like it just kind of shuts down differently because it's relying on
Mm-hmm.
those things. Where it's like
So
with vegans, even though we don't eat a lot of the things we do eat is high in nutrition.
mm-hmm.
So that one meal can kind of
last you,
last us.
and then you eat sea moss, and then.
Yeah, and then your vitamins and stuff. But anyways, to get off of that,
Do you think that the government shutdown eventually would cause like a civil war or a
oh,
purge or something
absolutely,
of that nature?
absolutely. I think,
Because I feel like if I ain't had nothing to eat and I ain't had no money, somebody gotta come off something to eat.
I mean, I think, and sadly, that's how some people are going to think. But I
That's
think,
just facts.
I mean, no. I mean, it's kind of true, but it's
People
not the
coming.
answer.
That's
Because think
definitely
about it,
not the
no,
answer.
because think about it. That's exactly what they want us to do. And if y'all think about it, it's the government is the ones doing this to us. So if we all would be smarter and come together and work together, we could be way more powerful than the government.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What I tell people
so
right now is if everybody just stop spending money for 1 or 2 days, it'll change the whole society.
yeah, stop traveling. Things that the
Cause I mean,
government
ain't no
are
air
going.
pilot control anyway. You just really traveling and you don't know. You can run into another plane midair because the government ain't paying people.
Well, yeah, that's where it gets dangerous because TSA workers aren't being paid right now. There's a shortage on workers too, so bags and things aren't really being checked properly. Air controls, air safety is not very really being monitored well, so that's another safety risk with the shutdown. But I think everybody's first response emotionally would be to turn against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the tactical response would be to
Work
all
together.
come together and turn against the government because we're way more powerful together than us against each other, and
But that's the crazy part because we probably the only race, we probably the only human race that probably won't work together.
yeah, but
And that's, I mean, but now's not the time for that. Like we have to.
yeah, race,
Like,
religion, all that
bro.
stuff doesn't matter. If you're here in the United States, that's just what it is. But unfortunately, this world doesn't think that way. So to answer your question,
Each his own. Everybody for themselves.
yeah. And so to answer your question, yes, I think it would eventually, depending on how long this all plays out, I think it could lead to civil war. The first wave would definitely probably be the looting. I think the looting would happen first. I think people would start robbing stores, banks, things of that nature. The second phase that I think would happen would be civil war. People eventually, once stores and supplies begins to run out, that's when I think people will begin to target each other. And then number three, I think that's when it would be a little bit more critical. People are attacking
Life or
farms
death.
and livestock and things of that nature. And then after that is just the last ones standing.
But that's why I think the government should just go ahead and open back up. Because if not, it's going to get real critical.
Yeah, well,
Because I don't even know, when was the longest time? I think this is the longest the government ever
no,
been
not
shut
yet. The longest time was 35 days in 2018 to 2019. The government was shut down for 25 days,
So
or
what
35
we
days.
on 20?
We are on 22. But the reason why I feel like this shutdown is a little bit different and why I not fear, because we're not supposed to fear anything, but why I believe this one may continue longer is because the reason for the shutdown. Unless he includes what they want in it.
We need to figure out a way to impeach this guy. I think he needs to be impeached. He was impeached on his first term, wasn't he?
I mean, what is impeaching him going to do? I mean, you can't convince me that either of them are a good option. Biden can barely freaking walk.
It ain't going to be Biden.
So who would you rather have as the president?
I forgot his name. But he was a guy that don't like Trump.
Who?
I forgot his name.
See, if you can't even say his name, I'm pretty sure you can't even tell me his policies.
Yeah.
And what he stands for.
I don't feel like we have no good options. We never do.
And I feel like a lot of people don't do their research either. Like, it's easy to point the finger at Trump and everybody else, but honestly, what we don't understand is the whole system is effed up.
So why you think they having that No Kings March? His MAGA folks is starting to not like him.
Well, may have converted, but a lot of them never really wanted Trump in the office to begin with. A lot of them are upset with the things that he's doing with immigration, but I feel like
ICE is crazy.
Yeah, it's gotten out of control.
When I seen him take that black person in the alley, he was like, "Hey, I was born here." I was like, "Man, we in trouble."
Yeah, it's getting out of hand because I've seen now, even in Chicago, like some black people have been arrested and things like that. People that are from here and stuff like that. I just feel like the whole thing is chaos. But honestly, like, I feel like the reason this is even a big issue is why. Why are we even dealing with so much ICE stuff and ICE to begin with? Why?
It's because Biden let the immigrants come in the country in the first place.
But not just they let them come in the country, because we're all for immigration, right? But what did they, like, they just opened the doors and just...
They didn't give them no stipulations.
There was no stipulations. There was no documentation. You know, just how when we travel anywhere, when we go to Dubai or we go to Turks, Mexico,
But it wasn't
you're
Biden
gonna
though, because this immigrant's been in this country since the country even started. He didn't need nothing to come here.
what? People try to get their visas and green cards. They go through an
Yes, but I'm
immigration
saying they didn't have
process.
many stipulations for the immigrants to even come over here.
The only stipulations was you go through citizenship, which when you go through that process, you get background checks, you get fingerprinting, there's pictures of your
Yeah.
IDs. It's a process to be. Never in history has it been, oh, just open our doors to the border and let people,
Oh, so you
millions
saying they
and
came and they
millions.
snuck? A lot of people ain't got fingerprints and documentation.
Yes, you letting random people
Yeah,
into the country. We have no idea their names.
Venezuelans.
We have no
We don't
idea
even.
what they've done, if they're
Yeah,
rapists, killers, murderers, smugglers, drug dealers, and you're just letting them come with
we
no
couldn't dare.
trace.
We couldn't dare go in another country without giving
We
up
can't
our
even
citizenship.
visit. We can't even
Yeah.
visit. If you get off the plane to go to
But
Mexico,
you got to think they don't play in other countries. They'll
but
kill you.
that's the point. So when that
They ain't
happened,
playing.
other countries started to take us as a joke. They started to think of us as weak. Because when we travel on the airplane,
They ain't going.
they not going for that. As soon as you land, show me your passport,
They be out
ID.
there with guns,
They
military.
they
They
asking
ain't
you questions. Remember when we went? We went to um,
Virgin
Virgin
Islands.
Islands, which is
Yeah.
still technically United States, right? When
We
we
They was
landed,
asking us so much stuff.
what
Where we
city were you
stand. They asked where we
born?
stand
What
at.
hotel were you at? What's your date of birth? What's your family members' names? And that's still technically part of the United States. So you're telling me that we had to do all that, and we was still considered in the country, but it's okay for millions of people to come in
I
here.
wonder who was the first president that allowed this to happen.
This didn't happen until literally almost towards election. Ever in American history did any president just open the door and say, come on over. You ain't got to show ID. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do a background check. You don't have to do fingerprints. Just come on. They was giving them cell phones. They was giving them free. They shut down hotels in New York for them to live in.
I mean, but the United States been corrupt though. It ain't nothing new.
Right, but that's my whole point. But I'm saying, so if we can't sit here and be like, oh,
But we got ties to other countries. We give other countries millions and billions of dollars.
right, but my point is that's a part of that goes into that's a whole different section of layer. But then you don't even do this for your own people who are here struggling. You know how many veterans who need mental help from being in wars who are homeless on the streets and don't even get those type of benefits? Everybody, we can't sit here and just be pointing so much of the finger at Trump when they're both shitty. Like, he's done things, they've done things. And when we realize neither one of them are for the people, period. It's all, you know. So when we realize that, it's like that's when I feel like people put too much faith and too much emotion into the government. Because once you realize that the shit is all a scam, it's all a game, I feel like it wouldn't be so emotional when people are like, "Oh, you're a Republican. Oh, you're a Democrat." It's like once you realize the whole shit is fake. I don't believe in neither one of them, but I'm not gonna sit up
I
here
don't
and be
believe
like,
in none of them.
"Yeah,"
Nobody.
I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, "Oh, we need to get Trump out of here," because it's like even if we get him out of here, who's next? Who's gonna be the next one to bullshit us?
I mean, Trump got a lot of balls, so I mean, we ain't gonna get no good president regardless of who we vote for.
That's my point. Ain't none of these.
We can vote for people like, oh, your vote count. My vote never counted. Show me where in the history where a president lost by one vote.
I believe that the votes is rigged anyways. They already know who's going to be the president. It's just another way to make us feel like we have a voice when in reality we don't.
It's all entertainment.
Yeah. The world is a stage.
Oh, yeah.
Politics is another way to create division with people. Just like racism, I feel like politics is another way.
They wrote a book about Trump. It's a book called Trump. And it was about the president who they elected. It was crazy. And they took over, and he had an uncle, and it was crazy because his uncle was in the book, and his uncle. Yeah, we had to look over. It's a book that said this exact same story of what's finna happen.
Because like I said, the world is a stage, and they got to tell us things. Just think about The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's a part of like the Illuminati and the government and stuff.
They
That's
have
a
to
part
warn you
of
first.
that's a part of their
Warning
rule.
before destruction.
And if they don't do that, then
that's why they put it in cartoons and stuff like that.
Yeah, and shows.
And they always tell you like
movies.
to keep stuff away from black people, just put it in the book. A lot of them write books about, you know, like the Trump book. Some like it's in books and movies. We just don't have enough knowledge to pick that book up and read it.
Yeah, you know? and that's another point too. And so I feel like a lot of our knowledge naturally comes from gossip or just generational beliefs. Don't even look things up for themselves to see actually what's going on with the government. They see one Facebook status, they see another Facebook status, and they all just form opinions on that, and nobody's doing any type of real research.
Why do you think Trump didn't shut TikTok down? Because he know that he can.
That's one of the main ways.
He can spread false narratives, and people going.
That's where I feel like you be getting a lot of your stuff from Facebook too, because the ban happened before he got into office. Do you remember one of the first things he did?
Yeah, but he went up there and told reversed him that. Yeah, but he told him that they have to pay him to keep it to not ban it. TikTok paid Trump to run it in America. He told him like.
I mean, that's another lucrative way to do it, but what
he wanted to fake like he made us happy by
But how though when he's not the one who banned it?
Yes, but he told us like, I'm going to get it unbanned for you guys.
They're the ones that wanted it banned. So if they're the ones that wanted it banned, if anything, they're the ones that want to control our media, because TikTok is one of the only ways that they can't, because things spread so fast on there from all parts of the world, and they have no control over it.
I think they wanted to ban it because it's owned by China, and they wanted to stop China and Chinese people from getting all our information. All our birthdays, China know everything about every American.
Okay, so with that being said, do you think TikTok is the only way that they could do that? If Chinese wanted our information,
TikTok is the easiest way they can.
I mean, easiest, but by not far. Really.
Because TikTok can't hack Instagram because that was made in America.
But it's not the easiest
way. TikTok can't hack Facebook because that was made in America.
China makes almost everything that we use in America.
But we pay them for that. But I'm saying that.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm just saying if they wanted to get us, they can get us. But I'm saying like.
Right, they could get us through the products that we buy. Almost all of our stuff says made in China. Made in China. If they wanted to put a camera
where do you think
the
TikTok shop stuff come from?
China. Everything comes from China. So it's like that's my point. So my point is, I get what you're saying. Like it's easy because it's online and stuff. But what I'm saying, if everything we already use and a lot of things that we already use comes from China.
Yeah, but it'd be harder to brainwash.
No, it wouldn't.
I'm talking about the brainwashing. What people, the stuff that you see on TikTok, stuff that they're like
what? Elaborate.
I'm just saying everybody got different profiles and platforms. You don't know if it's AI. You don't know who putting out different stuff.
But that's not just TikTok. That's social media, period.
Yeah, but I'm saying it can be. But Chinese people don't have access to Facebook and Instagram.
But you just said they're one of the main hackers. So if they can hack, they can hack anything.
But they're not hacking them.
You don't know that. They could hack anything they want. They could hack that video game right there if they wanted to. They could hack your cell phone if they wanted to. Yeah, they could hack into the whole Meta website.
Yes, but it'd be harder.
But they could do it.
But it'd be way harder than just.
You don't know that for them.
Opening a platform and then you sign up for it and then, voila. You said the question was, do I think AI is harmful or useful?
Yeah.
I think, like I said, it depends on what I'm using AI for. It can be useful as far as like if you're not using it to like do your full job for you, but you're using it to help you, like kind of give you pinpoints or kind of give you starting points or instructions on how to do stuff. But I don't think you should use AI to like do your homework, write your books, do none of that, because then you're losing knowledge of your own project that you wrote, essentially. So it's helpful because you can actually resolve the problem real fast. But I think if I use it for homework, I would do it kind of like, I would get the answer, then I will figure out how I will get the answer through AI.
And try to write it in your words.
And then I'll figure out how I got the answer on my own. But I would know the right answer, but I will.
Just like a fact checker.
Yeah, just a fact check.
Yeah, I agree. Anything, I think, can be bad depending on how it's used. just like with alcohol, smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So it is about how you use it. But I just think my main concern is just what it's doing to the environment because um, they use like a lot of water and electricity and stuff to keep the software that's used for AI cool. And it takes a lot of water to do that.
And I think,
Um,
and then on top of that, I think like AI is starting to take jobs away from people.
yeah,
And if people don't think fast on how to like get ahead of all this AI stuff, then you're not gonna have a job in the next 5 to 10 years. Like
yeah. I
literally.
think have you guys been seeing all the photos
What's that
that
one movie?
people are
What's that
doing?
one movie we watched?
iRobot, but
No, we didn't watch no
um,
damn iRobot.
what are you talking about, man?
The one movie with a girl
Oh,
and
I don't remember the name
she
though.
was in the warehouse and they went to pick their
Yeah, so there was
maid
this
and they
movie on Netflix. I can't think of what it's called, but it was with Megan Fox, and she was like a robot nanny,
yeah,
where she could like cook, she could clean.
and she can read emotion, so she'll know exactly what the man wanted, what was his needs, when he was hungry, everything just off of AI.
Yeah, and it was cool at first, but then
And
she
he only hired her because his wife was hurt
was
and
sick. She was
she was
sick
in the
in the
hospital.
hospital, and it was all cool until something went left where it changed like her settings and
No, I think he changed it on accident because he was trying to get
something,
her to watch.
a movie or
Yeah,
something, and it altered her settings to where
feel his emotions like
she could have sex, she could
she can basically know
be
exactly.
dangerous.
She know how to get him aroused, know how to feed
It
his
wasn't
ego.
necessarily she wasn't following her program. She was actually starting to behave like an actual human with her own
Yeah.
emotions. And that's where it went left. So again, that's a situation where it could be something good that ends up bad. She tried to kill the family. She tried to kill the wife. Lots of
Yeah.
crazy things. But yeah, to your point, I feel like it's taking a lot of jobs because have y'all been seeing those AI photo shoots and stuff go viral?
Crazy.
And a lot of people, I mean,
It
are
look official.
yeah, a lot of them look official. Some of them you can
But
tell, but
it'll make me mad because if I spend money on a real photo shoot and somebody comment, I think these AI, it's gonna kind of piss me off. For real, because we work hard on our little photo shoots.
yeah,
Like,
but it is a shame for people who are in photography who, some people is my, especially with everything happening in the economy,
mm-hmm.
prices raising, food stamps, all these type of things, people losing their
It might
job.
be easier to just
Yeah, it might be more affordable to just
them birthday pics you wanted. Hey, them
them
graduation
newborn
pics, them
men.
newborn pics,
It
them before and
become
afters.
it's free.
How what I look like. You can dress up in Halloween costumes or different.
Halloween, it
You can
just
tell AI, put me in this and
mm-hmm.
make me look like that. Soft beat on the makeup.
So
24 inch
that's another
lashes.
that's another concern too. It's just like what how is that going to affect our economy if people are losing more jobs, even just like the hard labor jobs that you're referring to for the men, when they're having these robots and things package stuff or do the hard labor on machines and stuff. Well, that's eliminating a
I
whole
feel like the only
workforce.
jobs that cannot be controlled by AI is the ones that involve like emotions, physical touch, like massage therapists, barbers, stylists.
Shoot, they doing that. I seen this girl named Destiny Adams who's from my hometown. She went to LA and got a whole lash set from a robot.
Yes, but I'm
They did
just
her lashes.
yeah.
So my point is if
But no, what I was saying is, yeah, somebody built a robot that did haircuts and stuff, but the robot was it got botched and had a malfunction and ripped the dude head off. So what I'm saying is,
I mean anything
how
can
many
happen.
people can sit there and trust a robot to pluck your eyes and one wrong move,
But
you
listen,
might be blind for the rest of your life.
eventually it's gonna become so normal that people are gonna risk it. Think about it. If you start seeing McDonald's and everywhere you go it's a robot and your delivery people is robots and
Or what's that
things
one
are that
restaurant?
are
It's a restaurant
robots.
out in Dallas that They got the robot to come up with your
Right.
food
So it's
and then
like
come to
once
your
it
table.
just keeps going and going and going and spreading, and at some point, it's not going to be scary to people. It's going to be like almost intriguing because they're like, oh, wow, I want to try that.
So do you think people will start stepping out and having sex with robots, or you think it's gonna kind of be like
I
more?
believe it. I think some people already have. I mean, that movie was just one thing. And again, like we just said, they show us what's coming. I think, yes. I think some people have
That's
already been
sad.
having sex with robots.
Just imagine going home and you got a robot wife, and she listens to
Some
everything you
people was doing
say,
that. I think one millionaire or something did
and
that
then one
somewhere.
day she just beat you up.
Yeah. So, but what I've seen though in a lot of these movies
Yeah, they're
that we've
getting better
seen,
with technology over time.
yes, but eventually these machines that still need people to run them and stuff, that's the scary part with them is they start to get so smart where they start running themselves. That's the problem. Then they start wondering why they need to be ran, and then that's when they start killing them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just in the next 10 years, a
When,
majority of this
what was
world
that?
is
When
going to
we at a
be.
restaurant, we seen that robot dog.
Yes,
We
and that
seen it.
was, and how long
That
ago
was
was that?
that was like 4 or 5 years ago. The robot dog literally
For
came
the
in.
police
Yeah,
canine.
he laid down. I'm looking like the wagging his tail.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
this is
and
crazy.
so that was like what 4 years ago.
Hey, we on that red cup, that Marley. It's that Marley.
So,
Everybody know
babe,
Marley.
if that was 4 years ago, they already started with that, with canine dogs and things like that.
They
What do
said
you
that's the dog
see?
they sent in before the raid because it got a camera on him.
Yeah.
It can sense smells and that's
So that
crazy.
was 4 years ago. Think about how much
That
more
little motherfucker
advanced.
probably had a gun, the little dog.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can shoot, or if it don't, it will be able to soon. But that was 4 years ago. So think about how advanced
That's all
they're gonna
orange
get.
juice, but that's what I need.
The
It's
robots
safe
taking
too.
our jobs saves the government a lot more money because they don't have to
But
pay.
it depends on who built the robot. If it's Elon Musk, he want his paper.
I mean, but think about it. Usually with that, it's like a one-time payment
Shit.
type thing. Yeah, they usually, yes, they just get a one
That's
really
if you
big,
pay for
large
his
check.
patent. If you don't sell his work, then you have to pay him for each individual product that he ship out. Like Tesla cars, he
Well,
ain't
no, it
sold
wouldn't be
Tesla.
like, but who says Elon Musk would be the one to make it?
Shit, most
You
robots
just,
is he the first. He gonna be the first person to make the robot.
well, yeah, he already did because I can't even tell
Right.
y'all this. A close source to me used to work
At the warehouse.
there,
Yeah.
and
Who is this close source?
I'm not giving that name up of her because I don't want her hurt.
Where'd you work at? Raytheon.
No, but anyways, no, it wasn't. It wasn't who you're thinking.
Oh.
It's actually a reliable source.
Oh. I thought you said reliable source.
No, no, it wasn't. It was not. It was not that. It was an actual legit one. That was working in there for quite some time. But anyways,
Where was you working at?
At Tesla.
Oh.
At his main location. And she actually saw
The inventions they was making.
And the thing, you can't have no phones there.
They can't let you record.
Nothing. But the person said that it actually looked like human, like in the movie we watched with the Megan Fox.
Yeah.
It looked like that.
Mm.
And this was what, last year? But it hasn't even been announced or anything. So just let you know how much they're putting into.
They're trying to advance it.
Yeah. So it's coming. It's coming. So my last question is, do you think that's the mark of the beast, or what do you think is what do you think will be the mark of the beast?
TikTok.
TikTok? Really? How so? Do you know what the mark of the beast is? What is it?
The storm before the fall.
Yes and no. The mark of the beast is where you're not going to be able to buy or sell anything unless you have the mark.
Well, that was the vaccine then, the COVID vaccine.
Oh, so that's what. So you think the mark of the beast was the vaccine?
Everybody already marked the beast.
That's what you think?
Yeah, a lot of people now they're trying to say that everybody got the COVID vaccine has HIV and cancer causing properties in their body now. How do you feel about that? Do you think everybody? Well, I know some of my close family members got the shot, and I know some of your family members got the shot. So I don't want to say like everybody is gonna cause HIV and all that, but I do think that was a bad idea.
I think I think they already came out and said that it was a bad idea, and I believe the CDC or somebody, it might have been Dr. Fauci or somebody that
they just released what was all in it.
They just released what was all in it, but they're also
being sued. They said sudden death, heart attack, AFib. It's like
something with preliminary stuff too, because that's why a lot of athletes, after they were getting it, they were just collapsing with no explanation.
They got hit with that DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah. I mean, and we can talk about that on our next episode, like vaccines and stuff, especially with our baby girl coming soon, and
she ain't getting no vaccines. We ain't doing no vaccines.
I mean, we haven't vaccinated our son Kylan in like 3 years. Now, I do say when he was first born, I wasn't all the way educated about the vaccines and everything that came in, and there's a lot of fear mongering around it.
And then I wanted to talk about in the next episode. Oh, well, you keep going.
But once I actually did my research on it and realized another thing too, it's like, what you guys think? Years and thousands of years ago, before there was even any type of big pharma or medical field, what do you guys think our ancestors did back in the day? Natural herbs. And so I believe, and I came to believe through our research, that for every disease there is either a herb or some type of natural supplement to cure whatever that is.
We got the book.
And the government doesn't want us to know that we can heal ourselves, because
I think we'll recreate that
one of the main ways they make their money is by us being sick. So if they can keep us sick, that keeps money in their pockets. They don't want us to know that we can heal ourselves, because then, there would be no extra money for them. They make their money by diagnosing you guys with medications that make you more sick. Why do you think when you're watching a commercial or something, and it's a commercial for some type of prescription that's supposed to help with blood pressure, and then they have this little inspiring commercial with people are walking around and exercising, and then when it gets to the end, they start talking fast about all the side effects. They're like, heart
may kill you,
may cause heart attack, low blood pressure, anemia,
nausea, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yeah, it's like it's just like a whole list of things.
You snuck that one in,
and they're talking so fast, where it's like, okay, wait, hold on, pause. So y'all are telling me to take this medication to lower my blood pressure, but then it also could cause high blood pressure, anemia, constipation, vomiting, dizziness, confusion.
Everybody's confused.
Heart attack.
So you taking Ozempic to lose weight, but then catch diabetes because it's a diabetic medicine, and then realize why your bones are rotten at the core.
Things like that. But what I'm just saying is, like, they give us medication for one thing that causes 10 other things, right? And then once you may not get all 10 of those other things, you may get like 1 or 2 of those side effects, right? But then guess what? Now you have to go back to them again to get more medication for what the first medication caused. So now you're on like 3 different medications.
Exactly. When I came to Dallas, I was taking 20 pills a day, shooting insulin in my stomach.
Yeah,
that's
and
a
then
whole
your doctor
took
you completely off.
Yeah, I stopped.
And that's when you start to get better.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying.
And I got on all my natural stuff. I cured my mom of diabetic type 2.
In only a few months, we gave her apple of Eve, and she completely
natural herbs. So it's a lot of.
But I'm just saying, it's very contradicting to the medical field, because you're like, oh, y'all are supposed to heal us.
No, they're supposed to get our money.
Right. But I'm saying they're healing us, but they're giving you everything that you're diagnosed with is because of the
But you know,
medication they're giving you.
the analogy I used to use for that was I used to put Supergirl on people's hair when they come get a haircut, just so they can come back and pay to get another haircut.
Yeah,
So if
it's
I
similar
fix
to
it,
that.
that's just like me giving you a permanent haircut. Why would I do that? Because you'll never come back and pay me. Or
Exactly.
people will come to me like, hey man, what kind of clippers should I use? I'm never going to tell you, because if I tell you the best clippers to use, then you'll never come back and give me the money. So
Right.
why would they give you medicine that's going to cure you when you're not going to need them no more? The
Exactly.
problem is they want to be the middleman. The middleman is between, they the middleman between herbs and you.
Exactly.
They giving you
And they
this
not they
because
don't want you to
they don't want you to get the herb. Why you think when
it's
you on
almost like
why you
the
think when you in hospice they give you all type of burgers and shit? Like that's not
that
even
too, but it's almost like the plug don't want the
exactly.
runner to
That's
get the
stupid.
because he don't want you. But if you notice though, it's like doctors are encouraged all
Bullshit.
type of medicine, all type of pills and everything. And the minute you bring up sea moss or soursop or herbs,
Hmm.
then they try to, oh well,
But I guarantee you, right? If you ask a doctor, okay, doc, that's fine, but what do you do when you get sick?
they gonna look
They're
at
gonna
you
tell you that they wouldn't take this medicine. They'll
nine
tell you.
times that now they might not,
I
they
mean,
might lie.
they'll tell you like, I couldn't tell you what to do because that's out of my you know, they can't give you the
But I've
real.
had doctors tell me out of their own mouths,
They pull you to the side like, hey.
don't take this, don't get this
Even the
vaccine,
girl at the
don't this.
doctor, she was like, hey, is you gonna vaccinate? You gonna do this? You'll be like, no, we believe in this, that, and that. She was like, oh, I mean, I feel you though. I'm like, yeah, you damn better.
There wasn't really nothing to argue, but the main thing they try to do when you tell them that you are holistic is they try to gaslight you with their research. But the thing that they do the most is that they only tell you the positive side of their research.
Hmm.
They will never tell you what their research, the
Every time,
negative aspects.
every time somebody give me a medicine or something, I say, okay, so now tell me the side effects. You might get dizzy. You might have
Yeah, they'll tell you the side
shortness of,
effects
but you have to ask
if you
for it
ask. Yes,
because
most
that's
times.
in protocol.
But if you're just buying, like it'll be on the package,
But
but you gotta read it.
it's
But
kind of like when you, because you're a realtor, it's kind of like when somebody die in the house, you can't really
no, I
unless they
can't
ask.
disclose that.
But if I ask though, you have to tell me, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, hospital same way. When you get when your doctor give you that medicine, ask them what's the side effect. Matter of fact, this is what you should do: look up the side effects right then and there, and just show the doctor. Is you sure I should be taking this? It's called I might have a stroke, heart attack, this, and then show them the natural way. Like what this say, the natural herbs say it's gonna do this. Do that. The doctor gonna be looking like, damn,
They be shitty because
they be so
they
shit.
get doctors won't even tell you
They
this.
get commission off
Yeah,
of
they
you.
get paid more. They get paid more just to prescribe you things. They get paid more if they give they
Yeah.
they get a higher raise based on how many vaccines they gave. They
Hmm.
get a higher raise based off how much medicines.
They get more money when you come. It's like any business. You get more money when you see the patient more times.
Right. But why do you think Big Pharma wants to do that? Is they're trying to give incentives to medical providers to give you more poison that makes us more sick.
Hmm.
So it's not even about healing at that point. It's again still all
They
about
get a
money.
percentage. You get them to
Yeah,
buy this medicine, you get
you get more
50%.
money. And
And
it's
they like,
not,
okay,
yeah.
cool. That's why a lot of doctors was prescribing people cancer medicine and they didn't even really have cancer. All
Yeah.
because he wanted to sell the
And
medicine.
a lot of times too, people
I think he went to jail too.
I've had this is a lot of people don't even start experiencing cancer symptoms until they go for a biopsy. And if
Hmm.
you look up and look into what a biopsy does, when you cut into that, it actually exposes and releases
Cancer
cancer
cells.
cells, which actually ends up making you sick. So they'll
That's
tell
why they
you,
always tell you, oh, go get checked up when you're 40.
we think you may have cancer. We need to do you a
You see a
biopsy.
little poop
And
in there,
after you
bud.
get that biopsy, 9 times out of 10,
You're going to have cancer.
you're gonna have cancer. So, and then they won't even tell you that they found the cure for cancer.
See, what I do, I just kind of look up all the different cancers, and I take all the natural herbs. I don't even, just no matter what. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll just take these herbs every day,
Yeah.
and if something pop up, hey.
And the downside to the medical field, or the way they gaslight you, is sometimes the things that they do prescribe you, it's like a band-aid to the problem. So sometimes it may work for a little bit,
Short periods of
short
time.
periods of time.
It'll relieve the pain, but it won't stop
It won't stop the
yeah.
problem. And so that's what natural herbs are doing. So that's the same thing where we're saying, like, where they get you in that cycle, because if it's never stopping the problem, eventually your body is going to become reliant on that, to where you're always going to need it.
That's why I think all moms that be pregnant, they always want to say something wrong or prescribe you an aspirin or this and that, because I think that's going to knock down the milk count in your boobs, you know, that make you buy milk and make you rely on
Formula
doctor's
and
milk
stuff
and
like
formula.
that.
Because if you drink like mother's milk, that organic herbs and stuff, it give you more milk.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take an aspirin and all these other prescriptions, it might
Clog your
it might
boobs.
clog, yeah, it might
Yeah. So it's a whole rabbit hole that we could go down. Maybe we can go dissect more into it into the next episode. But that was just my rant, because, you know, obviously now I'm having more frequent doctor visits, and, you know, they're asking certain questions. You know, are you going to vaccinate yourself?
No.
Because you have to get the Tdap usually when you're pregnant to prevent whooping cough or something.
I'm not getting nothing.
You know, obviously the vaccines that
I'll
come
whoop the
after
cough.
birth. So it's just been a little bit more re-triggering for me, because these last couple of years I haven't really had to be in the forefront of the doctors,
yeah.
because we haven't been, and I stopped taking our son because his pediatrician actually stopped seeing him because I started refusing the COVID and stuff, so she just stopped seeing us.
Oh,
But
well.
I'm thankful that I found us a holistic pediatrician that
Miss Chizzy.
Yeah, that I'll be taking both of them to in Frisco.
And they do good. They do blood work. They do everything, and they get results same day.
Yeah. Well, my doctor actually isn't holistic, but she respects my views, which I respect a lot, because it's hard to find somebody in the medical field
who
doesn't push their research and their belief onto you. But so I appreciate that about my doctor.
I asked, what'd you give your kids when they sick? Don't be asking.
Well, she told me she gives her daughter the things because her daughter's in daycare and she works. She's a doctor, so obviously she's around a lot of sick people. But
I think they brainwash the doctors.
Well, they do.
Whatever they
teach, what they're teaching,
whatever they teaching doctors in college, has to be the wrong thing.
It's like 50-50, because I think there is a lot of great knowledge that doctors can bring. I don't want to just get on here and shit on doctors, because, you know, there are things that they do to save lives and things.
It's a lot of good doctors.
Surgeries.
It's
and
a lot
things
of great
like
doctors.
that. So there are things that we
keep
do
it real,
need doctors for.
And medicine don't work.
But for all the preeclampsia mothers out there who have experienced that, if you do your research, there's really no exact reason why you get it. But the research I've kind of done and there's really no way to prove this either. It's still technically speculation, but a lot of women can actually agree with this. And usually they say if you get preeclampsia, it has more to do with your husband's sperm that affects how well the placenta grows. But anyways, other things that I've learned about preventing preeclampsia is also just having a healthy diet while you're pregnant, drinking lots of fluids, staying hydrated, but also making sure you're taking magnesium and calcium separate from your prenatals, because a lot of prenatals do not have a lot of magnesium or calcium in it. Now, they might have a little bit in it, but they don't have the amount that your body actually needs during pregnancy. And I feel like that's why a lot of women get it, because we're so conditioned to just rely on prenatals, but not a lot of nutrients are often in those prenatals where you
But they
think.
gotta watch what they take because you don't want protein in your pee. A lot of that stuff can cause like pre-diabetics and stuff like
Well,
that.
I mean, a lot of proteins in your urine and high blood pressure, all those things are signs and symptoms of preeclampsia. So I'm saying things to prevent those from having those proteins in your urine. And again, I'm not a doctor, but this is just research that I've done that a lot of women um, don't realize how important calcium and magnesium is in it because they think that just taking their prenatals is enough, and it's not.
A lot of women don't even take prenatal.
That too.
A lot of women drink and all that when they pregnant.
And I won't even say just prenatals because again, a lot of
They
the
don't give a
prenatals,
fuck.
a lot of the prenatals in the market right now are not even great. A lot of them are full of sugars and things like that that your body doesn't need. So I just say, do your research, find you a really really good prenatal, or just take sea moss and then still take your calcium and magnesium in addition, because your sea moss is going to have 92 out of 102 minerals that your body needs. And then your magnesium and calcium, just because, especially your third trimester, this is my last thing, especially your third trimester, because in the third trimester, your bones, the baby's bones in your stomach are starting to harden. And when that happens, it needs extra calcium. And if you're not getting enough, it's going to start to take it from you. But anyways, so just make sure you're getting your calcium, but then also magnesium, because magnesium is what keeps your blood pressure regulated. Exercising as well keeps your blood pressure regulating. So just doing those things, I feel like it may not be 100% avoidable, but it could help lower your chances of getting it. Because think about it, as soon as you're in the hospital for preeclampsia, what are they giving you as soon as you go into labor or you get admitted to the hospital for birth? They're giving you magnesium drip. Why is that? Because it lowers your blood pressure. So that's about the only thing that I can say hospitals do that's
We done. Hey,
But
but yeah,
anyways, that
that
was a
wraps
long
up
rant.
episode 6.
Yeah, we'll get
We'll
deeper.
catch you on the next
We'll
one.
get deeper into
In the
it.
next
But anyways,
But
I
yeah,
hope
we'll
you
see y'all
guys
next week.
enjoyed this episode.
Drop
Sorry.
below if y'all want to hear something else. If y'all
Yeah.
want to, have a different topics. But next week we're gonna
That's
touch
kind
on
of
a
where
lot
it
of,
starts.
yeah.
But I'm sorry, we did kind of get a little off topic today. Maybe it's because we haven't been with you guys in so long.
Yeah, we'll be back.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. Okay, good night.
See ya.